Well, here we are with the Whitby mast down, as I remember showing you before, and all the problems that we had with it. And there's been a major amount of movement. The plates that were cracked through, I went and had new plates made up. I should have had this ready for the video. These are the new plates. As you'll see, the back plate there is twice the thickness of the front plate there. I decided to go doubly thick on these. And these were the replacements, or the original ones that were cracked through. So they're ready to go on when I'm ready. What I've also decided to do, I don't remember if I mentioned it in the other video, is replace all the rigging. And there we have a full reel, 250 feet of rigging cable to replace the rigging. I've cut two lines already, these two here. These replace the two spreader cables on the mast, and when they're ready, I will be swaging these in. They've got a professional swager here at the marina. This is for one cable, and then I have another pair of these to go on the other cable, and that'll be my new rigging cable with new fittings to go on the mast. And so that's very nice. And so all the cabling, all of the rigging on the main mast is to be replaced, and yeah, so that will be done very soon. What else can I show you for now? That's about it for now. I'll add more to this video later once I've done all the swaging, got all the cables ready, and I've mounted the plates with the spreader poles which are sitting there. So that should be interesting for you. Alright, bye for now. Alright, here we are. It's first week of June. I have been stalled on the mast for many weeks, waiting for parts to arrive in the mail because of the shipping issues that they have currently. It's slowed things right down. I have a new tricolor light to put on here, as well as a wireless wind speed and wind direction indicator to put on the top here as well. I'll show them once they're mounted. The other things I have done is I have put LED spreader lights on these spreader poles. As you can see here, this is really going to light the boat up. And there's two of them, the one there as well. I also replaced the steaming light as well. That's there, which is also LED. And here you'll see the new plates in place to replace the old ones. So these are now good to go. And you can see by looking at that, it's thicker than the original thickness that we had before, which I wanted to have so it wouldn't crack again. The other thing I'm doing today is I'm putting all new cables on, and I'll show them to you right now. They're still sitting in the truck here. I'm replacing all the rigging on the main mast. And here we have most of it. I've got some still up on the boat. And these swage locks, not actually swage lock brand, but you understand what I'm talking about. They've got new cones in them, and they just got to be tightened down once I'm happy with the direction that they're in. I've also got these brand new swaged in fittings for the top of the mast, and a threaded rod for the turnbuckles on the bottom of the cables. So all of these here are all brand new. So everything in the cable obviously itself is brand new as well. Certainly wasn't going to put second-hand cables back in. Now I did make a mistake. Well, there was a mistake made with regards to this eye here, swage eye. The hole was too big. I didn't want change anything, so I went and bought another swage eye to the right diameter. So this one had to be cut off, which was very carefully done. When you slide this onto the cable, the inside of it is smooth bore, and then when it's swaged and this metal is crimped onto the cable, what happens is not only does it use pressure, but it causes the swage fitting to actually form fit to the cable itself, giving it extra strength, as you can see in there. I thought you might like to see that, to see how it is. I didn't nick the cable at all, because if you notice that there's still all along the length on both sides a bit of uncut metal when I was grinding down into it. Once the metal was uncut, I did a slot around the outside edge here, and then I used a screwdriver to break that last little bit of metal to pop the cable out. When the cable came out, it looked perfect, so a new piece was swaged on, a new fitting was swaged on. So I thought you might find that interesting. Alright, so the next part of the video you'll see the rigging put on the mast, and I may make that a separate video to the actual mast being going up, just so you can have a bit extra videos to look at. We'll see how we go. So that's it for now. Bye bye. Alright, so the mast has been prepared. The rigging is on. I think I showed this to you just before. The spreader covers are on, taped in place. These are wired in, wires in, sealed here, waterproof. All the rigging cables have been done, and over here everything is in place at the head of the mast. As you can see, we now have the wind direction indicator on the mast. We've got the brand new tricolor is set on and wired in. We've got the base here for the wind direction and wind speed indicator has been fitted as well, and that's a wireless unit, so there's no cable in the mast. So that's ready to rock and roll. I won't put the head unit on until tomorrow morning. The mast is going up tomorrow 8 AM, so I'm going to have everything prepared here and ready to rock and roll. And we're close. The mast will be up. Alright. It's just before 8 this morning. I've put the wind direction, wind speed wireless unit on. So now we're ready to lift it up and throw it on the boat. Machine should be along here in 10 minutes or so. So I'll make another video in a minute. Alrighty, the mast is back up, all new rigging. It's got the new units working at the top now as well. It's all in place. Now I can start in earnest with mounting the boom again, putting the sails on, so on and so forth, cleaning up the deck. I'll have to put there's a unit that goes between the two. There's a cable that goes down here between the two masts. That'll have to be fitted. I'll have to use a bosun's chair to go up the mizzen mast to do that. But yeah, I'm happy. It's all done. Got it done pretty quick. And yeah, a major step has now been completed. The next video should be interesting because I'll be able to show a lot more progress on the deck side. Be able to clean a lot of junk out because I've got all the sails underneath that tarpaulin and such. And we're getting that much closer to being in the water. Alright, so stay tuned for the next video, which should not be anywhere near as long as the last one. See you later. Bye bye.